Welcome. This is the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. This is our B-side final between Pia Filler, who's on the left of your view, and Kristina Zlateva, the Slayer, who just had a defeat by Wei Su Chen on the A-side final just a few moments ago. They are going to lag here. Looks as though the Slayer has won the lag. Let's talk about the match rules for this event. So they're going to lag for the first break, which you've just seen. It's an alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom two pockets. The 9-ball is racked on the spot. There's no break box. The opponents are going to rack for each other. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. From here on out, we're on one table format, ladies and gentlemen. Pia Filler and Kristina Zlateva, the winner of this, will advance into the finals to meet Wei Su Chen, the Taiwanese superstar. You guys are pretty familiar with Pia Filler, I'm sure. Her husband is the best player in the world right now, Mr. Joshua Filler. They call her the Killer Filler. She resides in Germany. Her current WPBA ranking is number 8, but I'm sure that's moving up as we speak with another solid finish. And this is a world ranking event as well, sponsored and represented by the World Pool Association. She's a team world champion, an 8-time Euro Tour champion, or European champion, and a 2-time Euro Tour winner. She also is the 2024 Capital City Billiards WPBA champion. So she does have a WPBA win under her belt. Kristina Zlateva is up to break. So the goal has been to make the one in the side all weekend and the wing ball in one of the corners. She does make the wing ball, and she's got a decent starting shot on the 1. The 2 is under the purple 5. Kristina is going to remove the perfect rack, the official rack of the WPBA, from the table. Pay attention. She needs to find the line from the 1 to the 2. Just got to look it out and see what pockets the 2 ball is available for. It does go in the left side pocket as well as the lower right-hand corner in your view. All right, she's going 2 reels out and loses the cue ball in the side pocket. So Pia is going to come to the table with ball in hand. Pia had a wonderful match on the B side to get to this point in the tournament versus Soa. Soa is a Korean player, South Korean player. She is fantastic, very graceful at the table. She ended up finishing 4th place in this event, which is not too shabby. Pia Filler dominantly taking her out with, I believe, a score line of 8-4. May have been 8-5, but I thought it was 8-4. She's played exceptionally well in this event. She defeated our world #1, Kristina Tkach, to get to today. Very late last night. A wonderful performance against Kristina. All right, so she's settling her cue ball. These ladies are on a 40-second shot clock with 1 40-second extension per rack, 60 seconds after the break. All right, so good starting shot from Pia. She should be fine. Not too steep in the angle. All right, guys, I got a special co-host for this event, Miss Brittany Bryant, the bombshell.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here. How's it looking, Lonnie? I'm sorry I'm a bit late.
You're okay. You're okay. We're going to get you acclimated into. There you go. All right, we got to get Brittany all set up with her headset. She just got here. She's busy bee now that she is the vice president of the WPBA. Always working, this young lady is. So this is the first rack. You didn't miss much. Kristina had a good break, a good shot on the 1, ended up scratching in the side pocket, trying to track the cue ball down table for the 2. Pia's been making quick work of the rack since then.
It looks pretty good right now for her, doesn't it?
It does.
She'll just probably bring it right back to where she is standing right now, right? Make that 7 ball pretty simple.
For sure. Now that we figured out which mic is Brittany's.
Oh, is that what was going on?
Yeah, you grabbed the third mic, and I had you keyed up for the second. So the second mic was picking you up, but from the table. All right, here we go. Taking rack 1, Pia Filler.
So Kristina's just coming off of a loss to Weiwei, right?
Yeah. And really, she made a great comeback. I actually thought it was going to end up being a hill thriller. She didn't play poorly. She just didn't have a lot of opportunities early, and Wei was playing exceptionally well. I think she had at least 2 table runs in the match. So with breaking so well, it's hard to, get a rack back here or there because Wei's just not giving her any opportunities.
Right, exactly. And at the end of the day, I think we also, a race to 8 is fine, but it can become very short when you're playing this type of competition, right?
It feels like it gets away from you quicker, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. But it also gives you that momentum to say, I can do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did see a little bit of a momentum shift because I think at one point Wei did have Kristina down like 5-2, and it, at that point is typically where we see that momentum shift. And I had made mention to the fans at home that, a lot of times you don't want to be on the upside of the match at that 5-6 rack, because then the momentum shifts and the other player's coming back pretty hard. So I said, on a positive note, this doesn't mean it's over for Kristina because we're still waiting for the shift. And it did shift, just maybe a little too late in the match for Kristina to catch back up. All right, so Pia Filler, this is our first look at her breaking the balls today, or in this match.
Oh, she got fortunate. The cue ball hit the side pocket there and came back down for her to have a shot.
Now Pia's removing the rack from the table. If she doesn't get out here, I promise you this layer will move it all the way back to the scorekeeper. You get to know all the players' little nuances, and KZ does not like the rack on the table at all.
And this time we are switching it up. There's a new color for the perfect rack this time. So it just might be a bit more distracting rather than the typical blue one that we've had. So it stands out a little bit more.
Yeah, and I actually really like it because from the streaming perspective, because now when there's balls on top of it, you can actually see them a little bit clearer.
Oh, okay. That's great to know.
And we are using the Aramith Black Series balls, so we're using the pink 4 and the purple 5. We'll also be using those for the upcoming World Championships.
Oh, she may have overrun this a bit, but got fortunate. She has a shot for the side. It's not bad, I'll tell you. For me, I'm very happy that I have this opportunity because she's on the right side of the ball. And what I mean by that is that she's naturally going to come down to the back rail and have a shot on the 4 ball next. So although she may have overhit that last ball, she's going to be okay with this one.
Yeah, it's pretty much natural position back out to the center for the pink 4. Unfortunately, she has missed the 3.
She did just move slightly, didn't she?
Yeah, maybe a little uneasy and unsettled being the beginning of this match. She had a wonderful match against Soa. She played exceptionally well. We were jumping back over, checking that match out throughout the feature match as well. So it was nice to
Oh, that's nice, Lonnie. You got two of them going.
I did. I was
That's
watching both matches.
fantastic. There you go.
I actually could have probably put them in the same screen, but I figured that probably wasn't fair to the feature. So I just kind of bounced back and forth during player breaks and in between racks.
That doesn't surprise me that you went above and beyond to get a second table for us while we're in between matches or racks. A little nudge on the 9. I'm curious if she's going to try to go back and forth and get straight on the 6, or does she prefer a little bit of angle and be closer, maybe like above the 9 ball here?
Ooh, all right. So she ended up coming under it.
It's a really good shot. She's just going to have to draw the cue ball back a bit.
All right, so it's time here. Kristina just comes off a tough loss to Wei Su Chen, even though she really didn't make a lot of mistakes in the match. Hopefully, she has the ability to keep her confidence high and you know, give her best performance here in this matchup. I know both of these ladies really want to get to the finals. Kristina, she's had so many close runs. You know, she's got a huge fan base that really would like to see her take one of these WPBA events. Pia already has a WPBA event under her belt at Capital City. Kristina, though, she's gotten second place at the Palmetto last year, as well as Fairfield in Iowa last year, and she got second place at the Dr. Poole Invitational last year.
She's kind of going on like a Kristina to catch streak.
She
Kristina to
is.
catch, she had that kind of run as well, and then she finally got that one, and then she's had probably a few after that now, right?
Yeah, she definitely went through the old second place struggle also.
It would be nice to see Kristina Zlateva get one soon. Even this one, this would be great for her. I know they're all feeling it because this is our Masters, everyone. This is the one you want to win for sure.
Yeah, this is, and it really, to be fair, it's like everyone's favorite event as well. The venue's spectacular. They treat us so good here. We have this wonderful players room. They feed us all the time. Such a great venue. Shout out to Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. And they've been doing this and supporting the WPBA for many, many, many years. So this is definitely the one of all of our events. This is definitely everyone's favorite. It's kind of like our major.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
like we call it the Masters for a reason. All right, so it looks like Pia has racked for Kristina. Kristina will probably come look at the rack. She seems to do that pretty often or regularly, which she's allowed to do. The rules here for this particular event with rack your own or your opponent rack is that you're allowed to check the rack and you can ask for something to be fixed if you choose. You just cannot touch the rack. So I don't know. Is there a limit to how many times you ask for something to be
To change,
fixed?
I think we're pretty casual.
Yeah.
All of us know each other really well. I think we typically, myself, just from experience, I would ask them to try it once, but I'm not going to allow my opponent to just keep trying and get frustrated. That's not what the goal is. The goal is to make sure that all the balls are tight. So maybe you just need a different person to come in and just rack them. So that's a possibility too, bringing in our tournament director just to make it like even playing grounds and just eliminate the struggle for either player, right?
Yeah, and to be fair, because we all do really get along, it's usually nothing. Like maybe there's just a small little gap or something. You're like, hey, just fix this, and they have no problem doing that. Like you said, the ladies are great. Everybody gets along well. I haven't seen anyone have to. And you know, with the perfect rack, we really don't have much trouble.
It is perfect.
All right, so I do think the one slides past the green 6 into the top right corner. 2 rails down. She doesn't want to fall straight, although I do feel as though she has fallen a bit straight. Yeah.
She might have a bit of a slight angle to try to punch it over, like, but I don't know if I'm risking that. I might just draw it right back to where she is, come off the rail a little bit, but it's just a bit of a preference.
It looks as though she's chosen draw also. We'll see. Oh,
Yeah,
nope,
she
she
had a
was.
lot more angle than we thought.
Yeah, it didn't look like that much. And if not, she struck that ball really purely to force angle.
So now this is going to be a good setup for the 6. Easily get down to the top rail. Some people just put straight bottoms on this ball, and some people prefer to put a little bit of outside, some right-hand English. Depends what your preference is.
All right, so Kristina's getting behind. You'll notice that she's very methodical about this. She'll get behind the line of her next shot, get a visual, almost like she's envisioning the path of the cue ball. And then she gets down right to business once she makes a commitment. But she does all her decision making while she's standing. Once she gets down, she's 100% committed to her shot selection. She'll go to this right long rail and back out for the 7. All right, overcooked it just a tiny bit. So Lori, John, and I in the last match for the hot seat, we're discussing the fact that Kristina's pre-shot routine is exactly the same every time. She has this little tiny stroke that she like doubles up on right before she pulls back and then has a hesitation and advances forward. It's exactly the same every single time. But the little double stroke reminds me a lot. There it is. Now she'll pull back. It reminds me a lot of that little bounce that she has in her step at times. That little double step, the little bouncy bounce thing she does when she walks around the table.
She does, yeah.
Her stroke almost kind of mimics that. It's very, very rhythmic and exactly the same every single time.
Well, that's what we strive for, right? Is to be able to get in a routine and have a pre-shot routine that's, easily continued throughout your match.
There's the double up. She'll pull back, hesitate, and follow forward.
Good shot.
I think after that match, she's just a tiny bit unsettled. I'd like to see her just really pull that back in and trust her fundamentals and her routines. She's so talented. Both of these ladies are so talented. Different in many ways, but also their work ethic is second to none. All right, well done. Current score is 2-1 in favor of the Slayer, Kristina Zlateva. We're going to take a quick break and check out our promo video about our World Championships coming out next month. All right, Pia filler to break.
This back and forth, this is what we're looking forward to, isn't it? You've had
Yeah.
a lot of hill matches in this booth this weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been some really good matches. The girls have just, the ladies, I apologize. I don't mean like girls. I think it's because we're all friends that
Mm-hmm.
it's a habit for me. But the ladies have all just been so exceptionally on point in the stream this week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Amazing. They all came with their A game and they put it on display full force. So if you haven't already watched a huge amount of this event, whether it be on Billiard TV or on Amazon or on our YouTube, please go to WPBA Billiards on YouTube and you can rewatch all the matches that we've streamed for this event.
Again, what a amazing field. 17 different countries are at this event. I think 24 of the top 32 WPA world rankings players are at this event. The caliber is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I think we had more 700 plus Fargo rated players in this event than any event we've ever had. I mean, the overall handicap I think was approximately 650, 660
Mm-hmm.
Fargo. That's the average for the event. That's sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see just different people coming in and experiencing. We're so blessed, that
Yeah.
we've been doing this for so long on this tour, and this amazing organization has provided us with so many years of competition and I just drove 5 hours. How lucky am I? I'm 5 hours away. This is one of my favorites because of that, because my family is able to come and I experience that with them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just now to see all these international players coming to, in my way, I say it's my tour, like this is my family. This is what I've been doing for the majority of my life. And to share that with different countries and different people and know that this is where they want to be, that's special.
Yeah, and to know that they're willing to travel the distances that they travel just to come be a part of this
Mm-hmm.
is a testament to the WPBA as well, and all the people who put in the work behind the scenes. All right, so that safety leaked out a bit, and Kristina does have a clear sight on the one ball. She's going to go ahead and just play basically the same shot back. She gets a little fortunate on the bump on the blue too. I think she overspun the cue a tiny bit. I think she would have preferred to get down more towards the red 3, but
She's hoping to be able to see a piece of this. She's looking like she can see just a bit of it.
I do think she has to be mindful of a potential scratch depending on what part of the one she can see. If she can hit it thin enough to get that cue ball to the short rail, that would be wonderful for Pia, and she can.
Oh, good shot. Left a little bit of a window. Still some distance and no opportunity to make it. She's going to be expecting a safety back.
So the winner of this match will have a seat in the finals. The lady who was defeated in this match will go home with 3rd place. Not too shabby of a payout for that. If anybody's interested in checking out how this event went in the bracket in this field, as well as the payouts, you can go to digitalpool.com.
This one, I feel like Pia is going to strike this on the left side of the 1 ball and possibly put her cue ball in behind that 3 ball in the top left corner and bring the 1 ball. Oh, I apologize. For some reason, I didn't think she would go for it. I thought it was a little too high. She surprised me there. Or maybe I just play safe way too often, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of my favorite things about this game. I play chess with it a little bit. So excuse me if I don't go for a lot or commentate a lot of shots, I suppose. But
Brittany likes the jail time option.
I do. I love it. I prefer a really good safety battle. Well, I shouldn't say I prefer. I do enjoy that aspect of the game. That's one of my favorite parts. So she's going to be okay here. She does have to put a really good stroke on this, though.
I'm wondering if she was looking at coming under the pink 4, and she was.
Mm-hmm.
So she must have fallen a bit flatter on the 3 than I had realized.
I like that choice, though. Just like accepting, you know, instead of trying to force that ball around and possibly get out of line. This, now she's just going to have to use top spin to get down table, really.
Yeah, and if she can get on the left side of the 5, she also lends itself to a two-way shot. So she'll have to play a lot of right-hand English on this ball. So she'll need to make the adjustment on the object ball. She's played it really well.
Can't land much better than that. That was a really great shot. It's really nice to have Pia be on the tour for, I think, about 3 years now, probably consistently. 2 to 3 years.
2 for sure.
Yeah.
I think she, long time ago, Pia and Josh actually came to this event, and I want to say it was approximately 5, maybe 6 years ago. I actually played Pia then, and the difference in her skill and her talent between then and today is amazing. A completely different player than she was back then, and kudos to her for the amount of work that she's clearly put in. Now when she plays, you can see the fire behind her eyes. I love that.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely.
She is so intense and all in.
Yeah.
Not in a mean way by any means. She's just very focused. You can tell that she's put a lot of work into it, and it's impressive to see. All right, nice little stop shot here.
This is going to tie it up. 2 to 2. All right, everyone. We're 2 to 2 now. Back and forth. This is a battle. Again, everyone, you can visit digitalpool.com to see our bracket for the WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. We do have 64 women in this event. It is a double elimination up until a final. It will be a race to 10 in our final. That will be coming up next. We have Wei Wei sitting in on the hot seat winner side, which we're waiting for this match to finish to be able to continue the tournament and have that final for you. Now that the WPBA is going with the 1 ball, or the 9 ball on the spot, I apologize. Most of these women, you will see a cut break. Kristina executed that very well. She did get unfortunate that the 3 did bounce a little bit, so she's going to be long on this 3 ball. But she did make a ball. Most of the women are trying to contact the side rail between the two higher diamonds on the bottom of the table, allowing their cue ball to come out to around center and get a shot. This one's a very difficult shot. Straight on the rail, distance, and she hit it perfect. Most of players, you can tell as soon as they hit that object ball, they know if it's going in, and she just walked straight to the next ball, and it was very pleased that she was able to get that one. She's just accepting a bit of an angle on the 5 ball here. I like that she's gonna not try to get back down bottom of the table for the 6. She just looked at putting the cue ball in the center of the table. Most of the players at this stage are going to show you actually where they're going to be placing the cue ball before they shoot to visualize their next shot. This is another shot that I was speaking about earlier and being on the right side of the ball. She might put a touch of right-hand spin on this and come 2 rails, but she could just let the cue ball loose a little bit. It's up to her how she's feeling. She could go 3 rails or just the 2 rails. She did let it loose. She's feeling very comfortable to be able to execute that ball and bring it around table. Again, this is a good one. She's just going to have to put top spin. She's going to play it simple. She just pointed to the bottom left area to play the 8 ball on the side, possibly. Let's see what she's going to do here. This is going to be a break and run. Oh, she wobbled it a little bit, but she got the job done. She looks like she got well on the 8 ball. Kind of holding my breath on this one. She played a really good rack here. That'll make it 3-2 for Kristina Zlateva over Pia Filler. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is our semifinal. The winner of this will play Weiwei in our final. It will be a race to 10, 1 race, no double elimination. Our next event is a world championship, Lonnie. A world championship in the United States of America.
That's wild.
Isn't it?
It's awesome. Billy made mention that this is not the first ever World 8-Ball Championship, but I asked Lori John, and Lori John was like, you know what? If it happened when I was little, I wouldn't know I was playing in it. You know what I mean? So I thought, well, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I had to step away for just a second, but I'm back. No worries. No worries. Back in action. Pia Filler to break. The score is 3-2 in favor of the Slayer.
All right, we're going to see that cut break again. She didn't land well on the ball she needs to see there, the 3 ball on the bottom rail close. But she did make a ball, so that is the first goal.
Yeah, step 1, make ball.
Make a ball. I know everyone's so disappointed when they don't see the first ball, but the lowest ball on the table, should I say. But at the end of the day, that's what we need to do, is just make a ball. It's pretty hard to be consistent with the cut break. Some of these girls have mastered it already, but you can't be perfect, right? There is going to be these times where the layout will be challenging.
Well, and especially with opponent rack, right? Because you don't have any control over where your 2 or your 3 or your 4 go in the placement wise in the rack.
Chose to push out there. Kristina, I believe, is definitely going to take this.
She just cross over and put the cue under the 8.
She can do it. I was just looking at it. I don't know if it's so difficult to hit that 3 ball thick enough to be able to land it underneath the 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's worrisome because you might end up leaving a shot because the 3 ball is potentially going to hit the 4 ball above in the middle of the table because you're cutting it that way. It's possible. I just think it's a very difficult shot.
All right, so she's using the 8 for a blocker on the 3 instead and trying to track the cue ball onto the other rail. Well played. I mean, although I think Pia's probably just going to bank that. Can she thin it and return the cue ball back to where it is now? Or does she bank it out of there?
I think she's going to thin it. I don't mind the bank, really, but she is down 3-2. It's not a guaranteed position.
Good job. Very successful safety right there. Kristina will be kicking at the 3.
She's looking at the bottom rail here, but for me, I'm going top rail unless she thinks she can stick that cue ball near the 8 and not be able to get a kick safe out of it. For me, I'm going to try to make this ball. I'm going to go high rail. Just looking at it now, actually.
She's going to want to go 2 rails added, technically, isn't she?
Ooh.
Yeah, she lost the cue there. Just kind of pinched and squeezed after she hit the 3, and it kind of just stayed stuck to the long rail and found its way into the pocket. Yeah, because of where the 4 was, right? I felt like the 4 was under the 9, so I thought maybe she would go rail first at that ball, or 2 rails at that ball, just to get the cue ball to travel back across table for the pink 4. I'm assuming that the 4 goes past the 8 in the corner.
Just play a stop shot here. Well, she might slide over a bit. Hand placement's a little tricky here if with the 8 and the 9, because she is gonna have to. Oh, she has angle. I apologize. She's just gonna slide over and get more of a straightened shot on the 5. Be in between that 9 and the 8. Just came back a little bit. Now her cue ball's gonna move here, which I didn't expect. I expected her to get a little bit more straight on this 8 ball. But it's always nice to let your stroke go a little bit.
Yeah, at least with cutting the ball in from that steep of an angle, she can, she doesn't have to worry about decelerating in her stroke. She can just let it go.
Same here, just pocket the cue ball, let the cue ball come, most likely is going to come above the 9, come over for the 8.
Well played. And she's falling nicely on the 8. Here looking to shoot the 9 in the same pocket.
And there we go, she landed great. It's always nice to have a straight in 9 ball, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, when you get straight in and you're walking around the table to get to the 9, you're like, phew. You feel a little bit of a relief.
Yeah.
All right, this money ball is very makeable. All right, so there you go. Pia Filler has tied up this match. The score is 3-3 in favor of neither of these ladies. All right, guys, let's take just a second. They're going to rack the balls. We'll talk a little bit about our swag giveaway here with the WPBA. You have to come to our YouTube channel, which is WPBA Billiards on YouTube. If you can donate to our chat to help us improve our stream, we like to give our fans presents. So come on over, join our live chat. You can send us a super chat for a chance to win one of these 4 items. There will be 4 chances to win a couple pieces of Kamui Roku chalk, a beautiful white Castillo leather goods
Oh, I
case.
want that one.
It is gorgeous, and an autographed T-shirt signed by a lot of the ladies from this event, or a media guide that is signed as well, that you can only get when you come on site to a WPBA event. So make sure you guys hop on over to the live chat. For every $20 donation, I enter our fans into this giveaway, and at the end of the event, after the finals, we draw for the winners. 4 chances to win for $20.
For $20.
$20.
That case is worth the 20 alone.
Yeah, well, the case, I think, is like a $500 value. So it's worth it. We've got a couple of fans I know for a fact. I peeked into the chat room earlier, and we've got a couple of fans out there that have decided to start emptying out their cases in high hopes that they're the winner of our swag. So we like to, here at the WPBA, we like to take care of our fans. We appreciate the donations, and it does help us improve the stream. Obviously, you can go back and look at our content from a year ago and see the difference. So we definitely appreciate all the help for growth here. All right, back into the match. Wow. This almost looks like a drill.
Mm-hmm. She's going to be stretched on this one ball a bit, though. Well, no, I apologize. Lefty.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a lefty.
Every time I commentate her, I tend to forget, but...
Actually, quite a few of the players that I enjoy watching are lefties.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why that is, if that's a thing. I mean, I'm a right-handed player, but I enjoy quite a few lefties.
I think I just noticed why she tricks me. Because she chalks in the opposite hand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I do too.
You do too.
Yeah. You don't?
I'm trying
Chalk
to
with your
think.
opposite hand, then spin your cue around? I think you do.
Do I?
Yeah, I think you're a spinner.
Am I learning something new
Yeah,
about myself just being here?
I feel like you do, because then you spin it around and you do your little 2-step into your stance. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe she's tricking me because she's a two-hander chalker. There's some people that stand there specifically, like Weiwei's a prime example, right? She uses her chalk very, like...
Deliberately.
Exactly. And for myself, I'm more of like a one-handed... I don't know.
Yeah, I
can
do
be
it.
with me or with... I don't know.
Did
It's
you used to
strange. I
drop
never
the
noticed
chalk
that.
into your hand back when the chalk was very messy?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. because we're one-handers. They do it all like dainty. Wei does daintily chalk her cue.
She does, yeah.
She's got a rhythm, but everyone has a rhythm. All right, so she's looking pretty good in this rack here. She is on a mandatory 40-second shot clock, guys, with 1 40-second extension per rack.
This one, she's just being very cautious about where her cue ball's going to go. I don't know if she can slide into this 9 and hold the cue ball, or she's trying to avoid it. She's going to slide into it.
Well played.
Perfect angle to be able to just come one rail up. This is 3-3. This is a good opportunity for Kristina to break and run. I believe this would be her second in a row to break and run to take the lead. She broke and ran to go up 3-2 as well. This is another one. If she can lay her cue ball where it is right now after executing this 5 ball, that would be great. That's what she was just looking at. I'm curious if she's gonna come high on the 8 ball and choose to draw the cue ball back for the 9, or she would go one rail and out and let her cue ball go around table. She's gonna opt to give her position to draw the 8 ball, which is most likely the right choice, just to avoid any scratches with the cue ball. The less movement you can do, the better. Once you're going beyond one rail, you can be accurate, but we all see those dramatic 3-rail scratches pretty often. Oh, keep going, keep going. No, she's not going to be happy with that. I think she needs to still be aggressive here. She's going to try to cut this in. She disappeared from the screen, ladies and gentlemen.
She gone.
She gone. She's just checking out the angle. It's a very, very thin cut. Oh, no.
Wow.
It was a very difficult shot, though. It was not easy. I felt very confident with her, though, because the way she approached the ball so quickly, she had her extension. Again, everybody, these ladies are on a 40-second shot clock. They have 1 extension per game. They can use it when they choose, of course, but it's kind of a strategic side of this game as well when you're on a shot clock to prepare for when you should use it.
So it looks like the ladies have taken a break. Thank you to Andrea Smiley as well as Dustin Erickson for your donation. We've got you on the list. Thank you, thank you. Real quick, we'll say thank you to our sponsors while the ladies are taking a break.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, so we're still waiting for the ladies to return. There are no other live scores in the room, so you may have to listen to me babble. So Brittany, tell me a little bit about what's going on with the WPBA. What are some of the things happening inside the tour right now?
Well, we're going strong. There's four events left that we have for WPBA tournaments, with the World Championship as well coming up next month.
Okay.
All of these events are 25,000 minimum added, which is, we have gone above and beyond with the support of all of you guys and the organization themselves to create these events in such a short period of time. Like you said earlier, this live stream has grown significantly in the last 3 years, and so has our events. There's a lot of opportunities in different parts of the country now.
Absolutely.
We're going to Colorado, Louisville, Kentucky, Wisconsin. We also have borderline Tennessee. We're continuing to provide more events throughout the country, and we're looking forward to going to new ones as well.
So if someone were interested in finding the added money and having a WPBA event or hosting one, promoting one, what would they do? Where would they go?
I would just go onto our website. We have all of the contact information for even including myself, but our administrator as well that can provide all the information for you. Go on to WPBA.com and get in contact with us. We'll send you our package and we will figure out things with you. We're very close with our sponsors and our venues. We stay in contact with them very frequently. Get on board.
Yeah.
If you have not seen us come to your state, bring us along.
Yeah.
We're more than welcome to travel and be in a new space as well.
Yeah, we're we're not just in casinos or convention centers. Like if there's a pool room that's huge that you think houses us, that has the proper equipment for us, we also are open to suggestions there as well. But there is added money minimum, so make sure that you're prepared. And we'll come on site. We absolutely love traveling, and the girls are amazing. If you get them at a venue or an event close to you, they're so friendly, and they like to spend time chatting with the fans. So please take the time to reach out to us. We're always open to new suggestions. Want to real quick before Pia breaks these balls, want to say thank you to White Q and to Mike Harstad for your donations. We appreciate your support, and good luck. All right, Pia Filler to break, currently in the lead 4-3 over the Slayer, Kristina Zlateva. We're back in action. This is the B-side final of the 2025 Soaring Eagle Masters at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Wow. Beautifully done. Oh, the two's getting awful close. Ugh. Not a lot of reward for a fantastic break. See, Pia comes with a little smirk to the table, like, yep. That's not good.
You're hoping for a little bit of a gap. I don't know. Obviously we can't see from here, but a little bit of a gap to be able to control Whitey and any little. You're limited when it's frozen, right? But if there's a little bit of a gap, you can change it up slightly. That's a fantastic view, Lonnie. I would have to say it is frozen, the way she's approaching it. She's just slide it over maybe like half a foot, bring it to the rail.
Get
Oh
behind the
my
7.
goodness.
That's jail time. I'm going to replay that just because I enjoy that. I don't enjoy that for Kristina, but I definitely enjoy that for Pia.
This is difficult. She has to run into the rail on the left. She has no opportunity to hit the top rail. She is frozen to that 7.
Oh, man. Can she kill that off that top rail?
Oh,
Wow.
oh no.
What a good hit. What a wonderful hit there. Let's look at that, the safety again from Pia Filler. That's the definition of jail time. Wow. And then to make such a great hit for Kristina and then catch the scratch. I'm telling you, some days you're the windshield and other days you're the bug.
Yeah, right there. She has a possibility of going up to 5-3. So that was a big swing. That was a miss of Kristina's on the 9 earlier. So the last game. So this will be a big swing. Kristina has led the whole match until this point. A bit of an angle.
Little flat here, but although I think a high ball 2 rails outside of the top right pocket, she should be okay to get position on the 7 ball. She wants a little bit of angle, so she doesn't really want to be straight on the 7 anyhow. Depending on how she's feeling at the moment, she can play this with high. She can even maybe play it with a little bit of high left. Just a tipper, so she doesn't need a lot, just enough to get some cue action off that 2nd rail.
I thought she was going to be shooting low there, but she looks like she is going to go the 2 rails and out. Oh, Lonnie, I don't think she's going to like this. Like you said, she landed flat on the last one. It happened again.
Yeah, and she just needed a little angle. She got a little too aggressive for the 2 railer.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to spin the ball around. This is where the cloth, you know, it's not brand new. It's in great shape, but it's not brand new cloth. So sometimes that spin really grabs on it.
She's just accepting it. She's just going to let her cue ball loose. This is the one that you want to land on the 9 straight in, though. This is a beautiful shot if she's able to execute the 3 rails and come around. She, in my opinion, or she's going to just come the 1 rail and slow roll it.
Yeah, I just worry when you do that, the deceleration in the stroke.
Mm-hmm.
I always worry about that with trying to roll these in.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, she was trying to come 4 rails.
a little bit bumpy there.
I feel like she underhit it and she was trying to come below the 9 and go 1 more rail and come around.
Mm-hmm. I also think she underhit that a little. All right, does she roll this in the side or does she go up table? Thank you, Cash.
I'm thinking corner, but she might surprise me. There we go.
All right, wiped its feet a little on the way in, but Pia Filler extending the lead 5-3 over Kristina Zlateva. I want to say thank you to Cash for your donation to the WPBA. We appreciate you. There's my BB. We got a little graphic for the BB, the billiard bombshell.
By the way, everyone, Lonnie just surprised me with that. Why, that is exactly why you got the googles.
I've been waiting.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Lonnie. Thank you.
That is our little share, like, and subscribe. Shout out to Frank Miletti from Billiard Sports Network for always coming up with something fun for me. He gives me templates. We put pictures. He's wonderful. Just so everyone knows, if you guys you are not familiar with him, you need to get familiar with him. He's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Doing big things in pool, just like the WPBA.
Well, it's so nice that you have these contacts and other streamers. You know, of course, this isn't your full-time job, and Lonnie, you do the best I've ever seen for somebody that has the second gig doing this. So, but it is nice to have your own little family within the commentary streaming industry.
I think that's the key, right, to success is it's not about one person being better than everybody else. It's about working with everyone as a whole in our industry and everybody growing, right? There's things that I can help them with and there's things they can help me with, and being able to do that is nothing but beneficial to everyone in our sport. And so I enjoy having these great relationships. I would say that I probably have the best relationship with Frank. We communicate regularly. He's a good guy, and he's working really hard for the right reasons. So shout out. Back to the match, though. Enough about me or streaming or any of that. I don't really like being in the focus of those things. All right, so she's a little bit funny here on the angle. I think she overshot the one just a tad. I mean, she needs some angle, right? But now she's going in the wrong direction, getting towards that red 3. Unless she can force it with a lot of spin and catch the window. That's exactly what I was going to say. But,
Oh,
right.
wow. There we go.
She hit that really well for considering the position she was in. I'm not sure if that 3 ball goes.
I don't think it's worth it. Unless the gap is much more than it looks here.
It's so bad. I tilt my head to look at shots on the monitor. Like that's gonna help.
She's really looking at it, so it is very close. And right now, being down 2 games, you want to make sure. Good shot.
Oh, and she placed a bump into the 6. Well played. That might put a little pep in her step there. Kristina is a Mez-sponsored player. She has a beautiful Mez cue, shooting cue. She's sponsored as well by Iron City Billiards in Birmingham, Alabama, as well as CPBA Cloth and Jam Up Apparel. As well as that Women in Pool, too. And I know she does a lot of content for them, so you guys can go check them out. Make sure to give them a follow also. While you're out following all of the things we do, make sure you follow all the players and what they do as well.
There's so many, well, with access to all social media platforms now, it's so different. The ladies film themselves, they record themselves. And at this particular event, we weren't doing personal streams. So the only access we had was through our WPBA YouTube channel. But you can support the ladies as well. And a lot of the ladies recorded their matches and are going to be putting them up afterwards. So in the next few days, if you wanted to go and watch some matches that they provide for you. Support the ladies as well. Go to their YouTube channels and watch their current matches from this event.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I know Kristina as well. Zlateva here. She's recorded most of her matches. I'm sure you guys will see them in her upcoming content. Go subscribe to their channels. Sophia Mast is another one, as well as Savannah Easton. And I just tell you, you know, I got a lot of questions about that because we're so used to the girls having their personal streams. And I just reminded everyone, you guys, we're in a casino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's rules to being in a casino. Like, they had to assign me my own IP addresses so that their firewalls don't shut me down, you know? So there's a lot of rules to being in the casinos, and I think they're getting a little stricter behind that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll leave it at that, but make sure that it, you know, if you got a favorite, go check it out. I'm sure they're gonna put that content out there for you. All right, so this 9-ball to take a rack back. All right, beautifully done by this layer. Scoreline is 5-4. She's creeping back in here. This is about the point in the match where we tend to see momentum shifts. We'll see how this one goes.
Hi, it's Chanel Rain, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
We've had some really good music here at this tournament. Lonnie and I are both dancing.
Taruko swears. She swears this casino has got the best music of anywhere we go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she loves the music at Soaring
Yeah.
Eagle. I do too, actually.
I like it as well.
Like, and it's played not just in our the entertainment hall that we compete in, but it's played throughout the whole casino. So you're just bopping everywhere you go around here. It's a fabulous place. All right, Pia filler break. She is in the lead, holding on by 1 brack. Pia is a Predator sponsored player, so she'll be breaking with her Predator Rush jump or break cue. She's shooting with the pink. There's a bunch of different colors. What color is yours, Brittany?
Mine right now, it's the oh my goodness, I just switched it over actually.
Is it the pink one, the white one, the gold one,
No, it's the
or is it the black one?
yeah, it's the black one.
Oh,
Yeah, I went back to the original.
well, I like the original personally.
Mm-hmm. I have a sports grip on mine.
Yeah, yeah.
The pink one is a fantastic cause as well. They developed that color and provided some charity work for breast cancer.
Oh, awesome.
Predator is always involved in the community and helping outside the industry also. Tries to do their best.
All right, so well played shot on the 2. She's looking to see, because I think she's fallen flat on the 3. If the pink 4 goes past the 8, I don't think that it does. No. So I don't know if there's another option for her, if she can draw out and take a bit steeper cut on the 4. We'll see what Pia opts to do here. Yeah, that's kind of what I wondered if she might do. It looks as though maybe she cut the 3 just a tiny bit in the process of drawing it back. This is a really steep cut shot. Maybe just play the safety.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna make sure that she commands the lead. You know, she's gonna make sure that she doesn't want this game to go 5-5. She's not gonna risk anything, I don't think. Just bring that 4 ball to the 7 ball, come underneath the 8. And she might be able to spin it a bit.
Well, she just called her extension, so it seems as though she's definitely trying to make a decision.
It does look like she's hitting it pretty thin, though, from this angle. No, she's just making sure she came up a little short.
Yeah, not enough speed on that.
But it was the right direction. She was trying to get the 4 ball to the 7 ball and bring the cue ball, the 2 rails, and snuggle up against that 5 ball. This one's another one. I think she's going to do the return safety. She could technically be a bit aggressive if she wanted to, because I don't mind trying to bank the 4 in the side, maybe, and bring the cue ball 2 rails and hide in behind the 9, 6, and 5. No, she's going to play the safety. That's the right shot.
Oh, she doesn't quite get it under the 8 ball, but she does tie up the pink 4. So the pink 4 is tied up close to that brown 7. She's probably getting safetied back right here, but at least she didn't leave her a wide open shot. Looks like she'll be probably shooting this with some pace off the 7, bringing the cue ball back under this wall of balls. Well played. The crowd appreciated that. There was some cheering going on. Not cheering, clapping. I guess that's the right way to say that, huh?
No, either way. Really, Lonnie.
Right,
We've had a fantastic audience here at Soaring Eagle. We are side by side with the amateur event. Dr. Poole is provided an amateur event side by side. They are playing over on the other side on 7-footers, but it does bring in a lot of audience to our event, and we appreciate that. It's always great to have a cheering section.
Yeah, it's been nice. We've enjoyed that. I think Michigan, there are so many pool players in Michigan. They were probably tired of me threatening them. Why don't you guys ever come watch the pros play? Since I am a Michigan girl. No, I'm kidding, by the way. I just think that there's a lot of pool that's played in Michigan, and so we have a lot of people that understand the game, that enjoy it, lots of fans, and we're right in that little tri-state area where you get some people from Indiana and some people from Illinois and Ohio. Like, I've met so many fans out there this week that are from all over the place.
All over, yeah,
It's
I agree.
super cool.
Yeah, there's 3 women here that drove for the weekend. They drove all the way from Chicago to come and see us. It's really nice to have the support. And the crowd means something. I know live stream has taken off and it's available to everyone, but being here and being in person and meeting the girls and it's nice.
All right, so I do think that was a miss. It worked out to be a safety, but I do think it was a miss on the actual shot.
She must not be too hooked, or I guess I shouldn't say hooked. There's a gap there. I was surprised that she was going to get her jump cue out, but she seems confident that I feel like she's going to try to bank it. Oh, Kristina's Zlateva. That was one for the highlight reels.
Hey, she's made a couple great jump shots this weekend that I have captured, so she's not getting away from me this time.
Wow.
There you go, a quick look at it. We switched views so everyone could see it at home. Beautiful.
There it is. And she got a little nudge on the 7 ball. Bring that 7 ball a little bit easier for the run out, leaving it over the side pocket. Oh, what a big moment to go 5-5.
And she drains the 5 ball. Good job. I mean, granted, you're right. She only had a portion of the ball to get over, but still, she cut it in the hole like it had eyes on it.
Well, I was surprised that she was going to do it because of how close the 9 was. That's why I was like, oh, it must not be too much.
She hit it great. She hit a jump shot earlier today, too, that was just exceptional.
There we go with a little momentum swing again,
I
right?
told you, like it always happens. All right, so she's going to bear down, really focus on this. Bring the 8 ball back, or bring the cue ball out, shooting the 9 in the same pocket. She wants the cue to slow down, but she's going to be just fine. All right. The room has fallen very, very silent.
I was holding my breath. I was.
Oh, all right. There you have it, folks. The match is tied up 5-5. These ladies are fighting for their tournament life. They both want it so bad. They want to make it to the finals. This is a race to 8.
That looks really.
This is good stuff. I know Kristina, she's got a lot of super fans. She's well received by the fans here of the WPBA.
She's just such a beautiful person.
I personally, I think she looks like one of those little Disney princesses.
Oh my goodness.
'Cause
Well,
she's
you're
got
not
the really
wrong.
big eyes, and you know what I mean?
You're not wrong. And
She,
she's super petite.
Yeah, she's just a lot of fun. She's very pretty, and she's so smart. She's one of those people that she's just very analytical, and she has a really high IQ. You can tell when you speak with her, and she has a lot of common sense in conversation. I enjoy having her in the booth. When she's not winning, she'll actually get in the booth with me, which I do appreciate. And I think the fans appreciate it too. And then I do believe, I think it was Pia's birthday yesterday, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So happy birthday to Pia Filler. This is a wonderful birthday present. You've had to work the whole time. I'm sure she doesn't mind. I'm sure this is some of her favorite things to do.
Life of a pool player.
It's just how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to call Kristina the Bulgarian princess, but she did not like that. So she liked the Zlayer better, which I think the Zlayer is fantastic.
She wanted to be more fierce, I feel.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's a great nickname.
Did you know we jumped out of a plane together?
Yes.
Can I tell you that story?
Yeah, I think I've
Oh
seen
my
the
goodness.
pictures.
Oh, it was wild. Wild. The things that Kristina is a very, like you said,
She's adventurous, yeah.
very adventurous. So we were in Puerto Rico at the World Championships, and they're like, let's do it. So we did it. We were the last ones to go out. They were shutting down. They weren't even going to take any more people. We showed
Oh
up and
my
we said, we
gosh.
have to go. We just drove 3 hours. We have to jump out of the plane. So that was a fun.
How did you feel about that? Would you do it again?
I would do it again with a right person. I don't think it's necessary
Yeah.
because I've experienced
Right.
it. But if I had, a good friend that really wanted to do it, I think I'd do it again.
Okay.
It was the biggest thrill I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I'd
but I
imagine.
will say I felt safer jumping out than I did with the little plane going up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the ride going up was
You're
the
like, I'll take my
worst.
chances. I gotta
Yeah,
go.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, that's
Mm.
great. That's definitely a life experience, and you know that's part of the thing with the ladies here at the WPBA as well. With all the traveling and stuff that they do, they're making memories as well. And um, you know, being a professional pool player is not an easy path to take,
Mhm.
but it's nice that that the ladies can take time to enjoy the view along the way.
And that comes with time, like the younger generation that's doing it right now. I'm hoping that any advice I can give them is to experience where you're going and, you know, take the opportunities because life's too short.
That's right.
It really is. And once you hit 30, you really think about all the places you've been, all the things that you've done. You don't want to regret any of those choices.
It
For
gets
not,
worse, Brittany.
does it?
I don't even want to go into detail on that. All right, so here we are. Pia does miss a jump on the one ball. Uh, uh, is Kristina just playing the safety here? I mean, trying to tuck the cue under the middle. Yeah, great shot. The 7-8-9 make for a nice little wall there. And I think the one cuts off the kick on or the two ball cuts off the kick on the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would have to, you could bend the cue ball a bit, but she's gonna jump. She's not gonna risk, not hitting this ball.
Yeah.
Jump, hopefully, bank it in. That's the plan. Ooh,
Oh,
came close that cue ball.
nice effort. Got away with it there. Kristina does have sight on the one ball. So it is the payout for first place at this event, Brittany.
15,000 for first place.
Nice.
We're looking at 8,500 for second, and I believe 6,200 for third.
So all of these ladies left in this event are having a nice payday.
They are.
I
They
think the
deserve it.
stakes are going to be on them after the event.
Yeah. We can try to convince them.
Kristina's great. When she did well in South Carolina, she took us all to dinner afterwards. And I was like, girl, you didn't even win. You don't have to buy my steak. She's like, I want to buy it.
She's very generous.
She is. She's very kind. All the ladies really are super, super easy to chit chat with. They smile. It's wonderful. It's nice to be a part of something like that.
And it is nice. Some of the ladies, unfortunately, because it was such a tight schedule nowadays. There's so much going on
Yeah.
that people kind of have to get out of here quickly too, as well. Either go to the next tournament or go prepare for the next tournament. There's just so much going on. We're very lucky right now. The industry is booming, so everybody's providing different events, and they are traveling internationally. Kristina is had a bit of a different story because she's in America now. She is down in Alabama.
Yeah.
But she's gonna go home possibly. She has to drive or fly all the way back to Germany.
Yeah, and then I do believe she accepted her invite to the World Championship, so she'll be flying back to Wisconsin within the next month. She could have asked. I have a spare bedroom. She didn't have to go all the way back.
I'm sure when she is able to, she would love to be home.
Oh, absolutely. And no, also, if you're not familiar with the Killer Fillers, go check them out as well on all their socials and on YouTube. They're doing some really fun content stuff.
The power couples in this industry right now.
They're strong.
They are.
All of them are at the top of their games. They're all winning and doing well, getting better and better every time we see them.
I thought it might have went in.
So Kristina playing very smart in those last 3-4 racks, making sure that she is not giving away a single ounce. A single ounce of opportunity for Pia. And, you know, patience is a virtue in pool, and Pia's going to have to use that for the time being. And at some points, they'll both be waiting for the other to make a mistake. All right, struck the ball beautifully. Needs a bump, a big one. She'd have liked to come underneath the pink 4, shooting the 4 in the same pocket that she shot the 3. Just that shot was so difficult cueing from the top short rail. It was just really a hard shot to get any momentum off that second rail. So I'm not exactly sure what Kristina's. She stepped away from the table and then came back. I have no idea what she's going over there for. There's nothing over there. But
Oh, she's
oh, she did grab someone to watch the shot. See, that's another thing too. Side view, Kathy's in the way. Let's go to the overhead.
She chose to play the safety. Smart shot. She was able to just run into the 6 ball there with the 4 and bring the cue ball underneath the 9 and the 8. And we'll be seeing the jump cue come back out for Pia Filler. She is making contact. She's been very consistent with that. She's just a tad bit off on the pocketing. She will have this for Kristina. She will be able to play a combo here. It's a bit tricky just because you need to control your cue ball to make sure that you get shape to pocket the 4 ball. She chose to hit it a bit more with some speed. That's what she chose. I completely agree with that. It was a bit too risky to try to leave it over that hole, so she figured that her cue ball would be an open space, and she has 4 pockets up on the top to be able to choose from. Not really concerned with where the 4 ball laid. She could have played a safe, or it did work out very well that she has an open pocket and a good shot on the 4. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Didn't leave Pia much. Kristina actually got a bit fortunate with missing that ball. If she thins this and goes 2 rails, she can come under the stack down there, the 7, 8, and 9. She's got her Predator 12-inch extension to help her out on this one. No rake needed. She's cutting this ball. Or is she thinning in? Oh, she did go aggressive. This return is pretty fortunate. I'm pretty sure she left her frozen with the 4 ball in the back rail. This is very tricky to be able to control the 4-ball.
Ooh, yeah, that's a doozy.
I apologize, folks. Commentators aren't always correct. That ball was actually able to be pocketed. I thought it was frozen to the back
Wow.
rail.
It looked like it from the overhead view for sure. Wow, that was crazy. Great shot.
She'll just be playing one rail to come down on the left side of the 7-ball. Landed perfect. This is for her to get back the lead. She hasn't been in the lead for a bit. To go up 6-5. Looking to just roll this forward about a foot. Have the 9-ball in the bottom left-hand quarter after.
Sounds like some of the amateur events alongside are having a great time. Just a big hoot and holler going on back in the background.
Well, it's got to be coming down to the wire for them as well. I'm sure that their tournaments are going down to the finals on this day also, so they're going to be celebrating over there after a long 4 days.
Wow.
A great turnout over there. I believe they had over 600 amateur players. Well, this makes it 6-5 for Kristina Zlateva over Pia Filler. Again, everyone, this is the semifinals. The winner of this will be playing our finals. We will only have a 15-minute break after this match and continue on to the finals. So please stay with us. You're going to enjoy the show. These ladies have been battling for the last 4 days in a 64-player field. Again, one of the strongest fields we have seen on our tour. 17 different countries representing 24 of the top 32 in the world.
I want to say a quick thank you to Teresa Garland and Lynn Richard for their donations to the stream. We appreciate your support. Wow. Nice break. Didn't end up great on the 1 ball. I'm going to have some back and forth interchange again.
She might be able to place her cue ball behind the 4-ball, or I apologize, the 5-ball. Or she could do a little bank and bank the 1-ball to the 3-ball and place the cue ball in behind the 8 there. It's a bit tricky, but it would be a solid lock-up save if you could get it frozen to the 8 and the 9.
All right, so she just called her extension, it looks like. We do have an official timekeeper keeping track of the shot clock.
Shout out to Bob Raymond. He is the best of the best. We appreciate him. Okay, she looks like she might be going thin on this ball. Right behind. Nice.
No.
Forcing Kristina to either kick or jump.
All right, guys, don't forget too, we're still doing the swag. So if you're interested in that, you have to be on the WPBA Billiards YouTube live chat. Okay, super sticker donation. We have 4 items up for grabs. That means you have 4 chances to win. Wow. She is a jumping beast.
Mm-hmm.
She has jumped and made connection, I think, to almost every single time, every opportunity. Unfortunately, here she didn't get a safety back.
She has left an open shot for Pia here.
All right, so I think the cue ball slowed down just in enough time for Pia to still see the blue 2.
She's got to be pretty happy about this layout here. Straight on the 3. Possibly just roll it a bit. Or stun follow a little bit, depending on what she likes to do. She does want to leave herself with a little bit of an angle to be able to go up table for the 5 ball. She's got a great angle here to just go 1 rail. If she chooses to go 2 rails, it will still be the same outcome. She wants a tiny bit of angle on the 5 ball to come out for the 7. She underhit that bit. I believe she was trying to play the 7 in the side, but she'll take this. She'll be happy that she didn't lay in between, and now she has a decent shot on the corner. Back and forth this match. They're both playing very, very well. A little bit of a hesitation there, but that's okay. I'm glad she got up and readjusted. Again, she's going to have to get her extension on her cue, ladies and gentlemen. Not the extension. She's already taken that.
All right, tied match, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like that? All right, guys, we're going to take just a second to watch a few commercials from our sponsor.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, don't forget about the swag giveaway, guys. These are the items that can be won. For every $20 donation to our YouTube live chat, you can get a couple pieces of Kamui Roku. You can win this cool Castillo Leather Goods white leather cue case, an autographed t-shirt by a lot of the ladies here at this event, as well as a signed media guide. So those are the 4 items that are up for grabs. We will draw 4 different winners. So you'll have 4 chances to win something here in our giveaway. All right, Kristina Zlateva to break. The score is 6-6. This is a race to 8. So basically at this point, these ladies are fighting for a race to 2. All right, she does make the 1 and the wing ball. And I'm not sure, but she may have this 3. What do you think?
It's close, Lonnie. It's definitely close.
Yeah. She may not. I know she can see it. We'll see what she can do with it. We may be looking at another bit of a safety battle.
Oh, it's a nice one, though. You just slide right underneath that 8 ball and send the 3 ball 2 rails. Depending on where you want it, it could go close to the 7 or not, but you're just focusing on that cue ball going in under the 8. Unless she can see it. She's going to cut this ball, maybe.
She's cueing really low on the cue ball. I think you might be on the money here with that safety. Yeah. She tried to dig up under the 8, but this worked out real nicely. Pia's probably going to jump.
It's not much for her to think about as far as pocketing this ball, of course, but she may try to do the same and play a safe on the left-hand side of the 3 ball and leave her cue ball up there and bring the 3 ball back towards her.
All right, the Zlayer comes to the table. Safety successful.
This could be a bit, it does look straightforward, but it could be a little bit of a tester just because of the slight angle. Sometimes these are a bit difficult to pocket with drawing it back. She's probably hoping for the same cue ball, bringing it past the side pocket. She'll still be okay here. She has an option to make the ball. She would have just preferred to lay a little bit fuller on the 4 ball, so the 6 ball is easier. Her hand is going to be on a tricky position. Sometimes the rubber on the diamond tables on the side pockets can be tough to avoid.
A little tacky almost, yeah.
Forces you into an open bridge, but a high open bridge, so you're elevated on your elevated and not on the rubber, should I say. She hit that well, landed great on the 6 ball.
I wonder, the cue ball or the 6 ball must be ahead of the 7 some. It is a little. She's got to decide here. She's looking as though she's going to slide over and shoot the 7 in the side pocket. As long as she doesn't touch the 7, that should be okay.
Ooh, she lost the cue ball a bit. A little head shake from there, from Kristina.
Yeah, I didn't like her bumping into it, that's for sure. I like that she avoided it, but I didn't think she had enough angle on it to get under the 7 the way she was looking at it. So she's going to be just fine. That's not a problem. This is a very makeable shot for the Zlayer. She's going to play that with a lot of inside English, and that way it comes off that short rail. It just tightens right back up, leaving her in a good space for 8 ball next.
This will bring Kristina only 1 game away from getting into the finals if she's able to pocket these 2 balls.
All right, she's going to have to. Can she reach that? She's going to either need her extension or grab the bridge. She almost reached that. She's not that tall. I feel like I'm stretching for the heavens to hit this shot. I don't feel like she's that much taller than me.
Yeah, you guys are probably about the same.
Maybe she just has longer legs. All right, so she is stretched out a little, but I still favor Kristina to make this 9 to get herself on the hill. Well played. The Zlayer on the hill first in this matchup. This is a race to 8. Kristina 7-6 over the killer Pia Filler. Let's say a quick thank you to Andrew James. We did receive your donation. Thank you so much for supporting the WPBA.
All right, all right, all right. This might go hill.
This is
This is a possibility, Lonnie. This is exciting.
I'm telling you, these are the typical way these matches have worked on the featured table. I think I'm just getting lucky for the fans at home. They're getting to watch all these grinder matches. Real quick, thank you to all our sponsors here. Of course, our headlining sponsor, the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. You are watching the 2025 Soaring Eagle Masters, produced by the WPBA, also a WPA World Ranking event. Thank you to Diamond, Simonis, and Aramith, as well as Big Family Custom Creations. The ICA training tool, which you've seen a couple of those commercials, ICAtrainingtool.com. Go check it out. Castillo Leather Goods, Kamui, our newest sponsor, the Super Shots Billiards. Thank you to Dave Dudek and his team for becoming part of the WPBA family. How Tips, How Carbon Fiber Shafts. I'm not sure if I miss anyone. I hope not. Oh, we also got Capital Billiards. They've joined the family. Capital Billiards, Classic Billiards. Haha. Sorry, they're new, so that's my newest sponsor. I'm pretty excited. I want to go to that Billiards. I got a couple of friends who have been there, and they like swear it's the coolest place ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
heard
I have
it's
to
awesome.
make my way down there.
So I hear that they don't charge a table like a greens fee. You pay at the door. So
Okay.
there's like a, what do you call that? When you, like a door fee. I don't know what it's called.
I haven't gone to a concert in a while.
There you go. But you know what I'm
trying
talking
to think about it, yeah.
Yeah, so they charge that, and then you can play all the pool you want. I think that's fantastic. I mean, of course, you have to, probably buy some food, have some drinks, but
Yeah, that is really
it's
good.
a cool
Yeah.
concept, isn't it? As long as their regulars are taking care of them. Sounds like a good model. All right, here we go. Pia Filler's got a shot on the 1. Maybe 2 rails out for the red 3.
Oh, yeah, she's going to be disappointed with that. You could see it.
Oh,
Was not expecting that.
I feel all of the things in my belly right there as a player when you see something like that in these moments. We've all done it, right?
Well, we can all know that Kristina's heartbeat is probably going a few steps more.
Yeah. Do you guys remember back in the day when they would put those little monitors on the players for the TV matches and you would see like their heart rate on the screen?
Oh,
Do you remember ever seeing that?
I don't. For
Oh,
pool.
yeah, for
I've
pool.
seen it for other sports. I don't think I've seen it for pool.
I don't want to do that here, but but I do vaguely remember them doing that for a few matches or a few television. I can't remember exactly which ones. Maybe Moscone. I don't know. Moscone would be a great one to put some heart
Oh, yeah,
monitors.
goodness.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look. I'm wondering what kind of look this is. Do you think there's a chance for a carom into the 9-ball to win this match?
I don't think that's a bad choice there, Lonnie. She's definitely looking at it. You could place that 3-ball, bank it into close to the 7-ball, hit the 9, maybe play a 2-way. Why not? This is an opportunity to go to the finals of the Soaring Eagle Masters.
Oh, I feel like you had to though.
Yeah,
I just
agree.
do.
I agree.
I feel like it was sitting there. It was just too good not to try. Oh, all right. So Pia does have a shot. She can see this 3-ball, and it does lend itself nicely to the pink 4. It's long. This is where the heart rate might be on double time.
For sure. And they look so composed.
It's brutal.
So composed.
You know that they're not though. And the inside, you know that there's some stuff going on in there. But this is where all their training comes in and their ability to trust their talent and all the work that they've put in to get to this point. So I do have to say that, you know, even though I'm sure there's a little bit of nervous energy, they're just really trusting in their training.
These are the moments, though. This was what brings us back to each tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those butterflies, that feeling that in the zone, by yourself, not a care in the world besides, you know, achieving the end goal is winning. It is a fantastic feeling.
All right, so Pia's taking her time, but she is mindful that they are on a 40-second shot clock. So, and I'm not sure if Pia has used her extension yet in this rack. I don't think she has because she missed the 1 right off the bat. I think that, and she shot the 3 in a fairly timely manner. So I do think she has her time or extension available to her.
One thing, everyone, you can't see it on the screen right now, but there is a shot clock
Actually,
TV
right
screen.
under the camera.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right under that these ladies are able to look at and be prepared and understand what time it is. So you won't see too much of a panic from these ladies because they've been playing on it for years and years. It does come into effect sometimes if you're in a tricky spot in an intense moment like this is right now. This is an opportunity for Pia to go 7-7 in the semifinals of this event.
Ooh, wee.
Ooh, we both were holding our breaths on that one. She did slide. She did hit the rail, so it was a tricky one.
She
You never
played it.
know. Sometimes these diamond tables don't take those shots very often. They're very tough conditions.
All right, so she's fallen fairly straight on this 7. She just needs to pocket the ball. And this also.
Yes, this is what I was looking forward to, Lonnie.
Oh,
This is what I
Brittany.
was excited for.
These poor girls. Brittany's all hoping for a hill thriller. But
Mm.
I'll tell you, that's typically what happens. The fans, they like the hill thriller, but as a player, we're like, God, I don't want to go to the hill. All right, this 9 ball right here for Pia Filler to tie this match up, and we are going to go to a hill thriller. Brittany gets her wish.
Yes.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a hill thriller.
Woo!
Woo woo. That's the one. All right. These ladies have taken it all the way to the wire. 14 racks. And we are at the last chance for one of them to make it to the finals of this event.
In the stands, you have 7-7. Kristina Zlateva break and Pia Filler. It doesn't get any better than this.
Don't forget, guys, there's always that chance if you want to get into the swag giveaway. There are 4 things to be won for every $20 donation. Get that in. You have to do it on our YouTube channel in our live chat from this match. We got one more rack, and then we'll be rebooting and heading to the finals. They usually take about a 15-minute, maybe 20-minute break. If you're not currently a subscriber on WPBA Billiards on YouTube, make sure you subscribe so that you get notified immediately when we go live.
Everyone, make sure to share. Like Lonnie said, subscribe. Let's get this out to everyone. This is hill to get into the finals of the Soaring Eagle Masters.
Let's go.
You can see Kristina's composing herself. She walked around the table a bit longer than she typically does, trying to bring that heart rate down. Concentrate on your breathing.
I do believe these ladies went hill against each other on the ace side also.
Oh, she pocketed the 1. She didn't end up making that wing ball, but that 1 ball did sneak into the top left corner.
She's very straight here on the 2 and close to the cue ball is close to the top short rail. She's going to take her time and make a decision. They do get an extra extension per this rack, so 2 40-second extensions available to each player.
I feel like this is going to be the one she's going to take one on. I don't think there's any reason to rush this ball. This is an extremely tough shot.
Do you have to shoot this shot?
Me, I have to shoot it.
Okay.
For me, that's just, I feel like that, this opportunity, you know, it's, you play the safety, if they've both been jumping and kicking so well.
Yeah. I like this shot and then just rolling the cue forward. Oh, she misses the 2.
Miss it.
Oh.
That was easily done,
It
though. It's a
was an
very
easily missed
difficult
shot.
shot.
It was not my favorite shot to shoot. That's why I asked you. I think in this, the moment is sometimes bigger than the shot.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in that situation, even though, you know, you may be at home practicing and you'd make that shot 5 out of 7 times, right? But in these moments, sometimes they're the one times that you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
And I get very, like, weird about that. So I wasn't opposed to her playing a safety either. But if she felt like the shot was the right shot to shoot, then I'm okay with that too. I think everything is so preferential in our sport. How you feel. That's something that Allison told me. And obviously when the GOAT tells you something, you listen. Certain shots you do based on feel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Pia's at the table. She did roll the 2 in. She held the cue ball nicely under the 3. She's in the window of the pink 4. Should be just 1 rail back across. If the ball was a little closer to the left long rail, I would say 2 rails. But here she can hold it from 1. All right, and I'm not sure, but I almost wonder if she hasn't fallen straight.
Do we have her overview? See how straight that is, Lonnie?
Uh,
It's not too bad.
no, it does look like she's got enough where she could maybe come to the short rail. It's straight, but whew, I don't know. I'm glad somebody else is shooting it right now.
Yeah, well, she's gonna pull it back to her. Well, that's what it looked like she was doing, but she's being mindful of the clock. She most likely does have 2 of her extensions still. I think she just took one. I think she had a slight look at Bob there, our timekeeper here at the WPBA.
Yeah, that's one thing that Bob says the ladies do very well is they do make eye contact with him in order to confirm that they're calling an extension or, you know, if he says 10, they are really good to make direct contact with him. And he needs that anyway, to be fair, because depending on the room, the noise in the room, it isn't always easy to hear. So, so it is nice that he feels like the ladies all know exactly where he's sitting. You know, they make direct contact with him when they need something, and he says that the ladies do really well at that.
Well, when you're in that moment too and you're so focused, sometimes like you're in a zone where you don't hear anything. So it's tricky sometimes.
All right.
This is the shot, Lonnie.
Yeah,
This is it.
Oh, she hits it so pure.
Great
And the
shot,
cue ball
Pia.
comes off the rail. All right, I'd like to see what the look is. All right, so the 9 is below the 7.
She might
Ooh,
just glance it. She's just gonna touch it a bit, I think.
just a little bit. She's got to roll it forward.
I think she's fine. I have full confidence that she's gonna make this ball.
Oh, my. That's what I was afraid
Always
of, Brittany.
dramatic. You
I
were
was
right.
trying not to
You're
put it in the
right.
universe.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
not trying to put it in the universe. I was trying to just be
Never a
positive.
dull moment, I'll tell you. Wow.
If things happen, they always happen hill.
Mm-hmm.
Always. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in that rack. All right, so
She's rushing here. She's
well,
rushing
I don't.
to.
Oh, she does. I wonder if she doesn't realize she has a second extension.
It
She may
should
not
have.
want to use it because if they get into a safety battle,
Mm-hmm. I agree with that because this is a pretty straightforward save she's going to play here.
she's going to bank it out of there.
And
Get
I
the
want to
cue
remind.
under the 9.
Oh, sorry, Lonnie.
You're okay.
I want to remind everyone she might have been quick there. That there is a 40-second shot clock, but we also in the WPBA, once you're down on a shot, we do not call 10 seconds on your backstroke or anything like that. We do take the time for the players to get settled in. We don't want to distract them from executing the ball. So when players get down, they get down quickly. Sometimes you'll see it, and then they have an extended period of time to stay down. But as soon as they raise their head, Bob's going to call 10.
So, yeah, that's the rule. He'll usually let the clock roll once they're down on the ball until it gets to 10. And if by any chance they sit back up, he'll say 10. We're not punishing. I always say that. We don't punish the ladies with the shot clock. It's just a way to keep the match moving. Keep good pace. Stay on schedule.
Oh, no. It's
Nice
tough.
try. This is
This
a
is a
tough
tough
fade.
shot.
Yeah. This is a tough fade for KZ. She's worked really hard. And of course, this isn't over. Weird things happen. We'll see what happens. But I favor Pia to complete this rack and advance over Kristina. And weirdly, kind of the same way that Kristina advanced over Pia on the A side.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know this.
I believe that they played each other on the A side and went hill as well. And Kristina was the victor of that.
Here we go. Pia Filler and Wei Su Chen, possibly, for this finals.
Wow. Wow. What a great match. What a great match. Unfortunately, Kristina Zlateva, this is going to be the end of the road for her, but a third place finish is fantastic in this field.
In this field, absolutely. She has to be proud of herself. Right now, she's just going to be gutted, but you can see the relief on Pia's face. That was a battle.
All right, so it sounds like the president of the WPBA, Mr. Dean Riesler, is saying we're going to have approximately a 15 to 20-minute break between the next match, the finals of Wei Su Chen versus Pia Filler. It's going to be a great match. I can feel it already. The energy in the room is spectacular. Thank you to Brittany Bryant, the bombshell, for being in the booth with us.
Thank you, Lon. I'm glad I was here to, see this match and be by your side. And this is great. Hill is what I wanted to see.
Yeah, and I want to say a special thank you to Aramith, Simonis, and Diamond, of course, the biggest thank yous on the whole planet to Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort for being fabulous host and, of course, supporting the WPBA year after year. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching WPBA Billiards on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you are not already a subscriber, go to YouTube and make sure you do. Our next match will be shortly in 15 to 20 minutes. Wei Su Chen versus Pia Filler, the finals of the Soaring Eagle Masters. And I do have a couple surprise guest commentary coming in, so you guys don't forget to come back. It's going to be a good one.